So we are live on our YouTube after very long time. So good afternoon everyone, and this is the January edition of Tech Update with techiesms. So previously I used to do this in a recorded session, but now I decided from like 2024 why not to do it in a live stream manner so that I can go live every month as well, and I can share all the tech updates with you live in this live stream along with your live chat. Okay, so this is the January 2024 edition, and let me show you some of the new releases, new announcement happened in the month of January. So let me just share my screen to show everything to you. In the meantime, you can let me know if everything is audible and visible. Okay, so the first update, which is the biggest update coming from the Espressif system. So Espressif announced the new chipset called as ESP32-P4, which is a high performance MCU with numerous IO connectivity and security features. And trust me, this is going to be a game changer because this got a lot of things built in. So let me tell you some of its key features, like what P4 has us to offer. Okay, first of all, it is a dual core RISC-V architecture based CPU, and guess what, it runs at the maximum clock speed of 400 megahertz. Okay, so previously all the chipset like ESP32 S3 and C3 and every other chipset runs on the 240 megahertz, while it is like almost 1.5 times faster than the previous chipset. So 400 megahertz the maximum speed, and not only that, it also got a low power coprocessor which runs at just 40 megahertz. Means in the low power, the clock frequency will get reduced, which will consume very less power. So it will help you for all the battery powered applications. Not only that, it got best in class security. Now security in IoT is such a topic which I never explored into deep. Okay, so I am not pretty much that much expertise not pretty much having that much expertise in the security part of the IoT, but yeah, they say there is a best in class security feature in this chipset with everything that you can expect from this. And next is the rich human machine interface. Now they have focused this chipset more with an HMI. Okay, so HMI क्या होता है? An HMI contains a display, maybe a camera, sometimes maybe a lot of GPIO pins to attach different things in the machines. Okay, so this is made for that HMI thing. Okay, so it got a parallel camera and a display interface. So they have a dedicated slot for both camera and display, so that it can run parallel without any lagging or without any buffering. So that kind of feature provided here, and it got what you can say, the number of GPIO pins are 50. So there are 50 programmable GPIO pins as compared to the other chipset. They only have the 30 or 35 GPIO pins, but this got tremendous 50 programmable GPIO pins. So P4 has got like it's better in all the aspects, maybe security, maybe GPIOs, maybe features, maybe speed. Everything is like improved in the P4. And in the CES 2025, maybe, I guess, yes, on the CES the Espressif system having the stall, and they showcased their P4 chipset as well, in which they are having a display with the LVGL running on it, a camera which is live streaming here, and we can see there is no what you can say, latency at all. Then we also can see a speaker here, and this is probably running on the P4, which has an Ethernet port as well. So yeah, P4 seems very powerful. This has no audio in this particular video, so I can't hear anything. Maybe they have a mic or not, or what's running in the speaker, I'm not sure. But yeah, this was the demo of the P4, first time ever in the CES 2024. So we can expect more P4 based devices soon. So let's wait for it. The next update is coming from the M5 stack. So previously they just teased with this kind of device called as air quality kit, but now it is live. So it is costing around $90. And who is it for? What it does? Well, this is basically for monitoring the air quality, like the pollutions and the PM particles and everything. Okay, so what kind of sensor it got, let's just see, because previously we were not aware about what kind of sensor it has, but now we have everything about this product. So this product got the sensors like SCN55 and SCD40, and when I search about this sensor, then the SCN55 is for sensing the PM, all the particles in the air, the RH by T, the VOC and the NOx, all the nitrogen and all the gases and all the particles, you can say. So here they have also specified, so it can sense the particle 1.0, PM 2.5, PM 4, PM 10 particles, all the small and the big particles in the air, plus temperature and humidity. It can measure VOCs as well. And the second sensor, which is SCD40, is used for sensing the CO2 with the high accuracy of 50 particles per million at 5% MV. I'm not sure what is this MV stands for, but yeah, this is for the CO2. So with this, it can also monitor the amount, the concentration of carbon dioxide in our room or in our office, and that can be sensed and that can be displayed onto the display, which is the e-paper display used here. And not only that, this also uses the stamp assay, so we can deliver this, we can forward this data to internet, to our cloud platform, to our mobile phone. The possibilities are endless. So this is kind of an air quality monitoring device released by M5 Tech, which is kind of a good, like we were not having this kind of development board kind of thing just for air quality monitoring. So this is an interesting and a new thing added, so we can use this for an additional feature in our smart home applications. Maybe let's see if I get a hands-on this. I'll try to make a video about it as well. Next update is again coming from the M5 Tech, and this is kind of a teaser. They haven't released this, but this is about having a stamp module with LoRa connectivity built in. So as you can see, this is from the Rec Wireless. So they are planning to make a stamp size module, but this time with the LoRa connectivity. So previously they made with the ESP32 chipset, so Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, but having a LoRa connectivity is also a plus point in their stamp series, because they will be having like every connectivity option then in the stamp modules. So this is just stamp LoRaWAN module teased by the M5 Tech company. No details as of now, so let's just wait for it. Next is again coming from the M5 Tech only, and I'm kind of liking this kind of companies because they are developing not just the development boards for the makers and students like us, but they are also targeting the companies and the industries as well. So look at this. This is kind of a ready-made IoT product. Still, it's a development board. We can program it. We can do everything that we can do with our ESP32 development board. But look at the design. So they're focusing more on the product design, its feel, its material, everything. For example, this M5 dial, they did a lot of R&Ds in it, not just on the technical part, but also on the product packaging part. So these companies are doing wonders in this field. So they are making one product both for education and for the industry. So this is another example of it. The name of the product is DIN meter. Okay, it's also, I think, based on stamp module, and it got a rotary encoder, the small rotary encoder. Yeah, there's a stamp model behind it, and a OLED display, so we can interact with this display. With the help of the rotary encoder, we can press to select the option, and this is kind of a ready to use tool for all the HMI based application for the controlling the machines and every other things. So this is another product. It is not launched, it's just a teaser. They are working on it. Next is coming from the Lilygo side. Now Lilygo also made quite a similar product to the M5 dial. Just have a look. Let's just let her open the box. Let's see what's inside it and how it looks. So as you can see, this is again a circular kind of board, and this is also an encoder, rotary encoder, just like in the M5 dial. It looks exactly like an M5 dial, but just in a pure matte black finish, and with the low with the thinner bezel than the M5 stamp. So I have a new video in which they are testing the initial UI, and as you can see, the bezels are very, very thin as compared to the M5 dial. So everyone likes the thin bezel, no? So this is the initial firmware that they are developing. It's not released in the market yet, but yeah, they are announcing all this on their Twitter handle. So this is another update coming from the Lilygo about the T-Encoder Pro. Okay, so the name is T-Encoder Pro. So I have a rotary encoder, probably a touchscreen. I'm not sure. I haven't seen this video completely, but yeah, the thin bezel looks very, 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 very great, and the size, I think it's similar to this. So that's another product tease in the span of the month January. Next is again from the Lilygo side, and which is about the T-Deck Pro. Let me just mute this video. Okay, so T-Deck Pro. Okay, so when I went to the Lilygo factory, I seen the PCBs of T-Deck Pro, so they were working on it. But now here I can see a kind of first prototype that they have prepared. So they are having a paper display and probably a QWERTY keypad. I'm not pretty sure, but I can see, yeah, it's kind of a QWERTY keypad with the e-paper display, and on the back side we have 2 buttons on the side, and this is completely packed in the 3D printed casing. It looks like a phone. Okay, so let's see what's inside it. Okay, so we have a Type-C port here, maybe SD card slot I saw. So inside this, okay, so we can see a SIM module. Okay, so it is A7682E. So when I search for this A7682E, I found out that this is a cellular module, of course, which supports the Edge, GPRS, GSM plus LTE as well. So no GPS, but yeah, it supports the 2G, 3G and 4G connectivity. So they are making such kind of thing which works on the cellular connectivity, looks like a phone. So I don't know where they are moving. They are moving towards making our own phone using this kind of ESP based development board. It will be interesting to see, right? Having our own phone made by us. Good. So that's another update from Lilygo side. Then a short update again from Lilygo, which is they were already having the T4S3 display, which is this, and it was sold without any casing. So they just added a new version of it with the PC plus ABS casing. So as I said, these companies are moving to make a single product for both the students and the industries. Okay, so this is a kind of a ready to use product. They must be having a back cover, or this is the back cover, I'm not pretty much sure, but this is the casing that they have developed, and they just launched this video on the Twitter handle. Okay, so it's a very short update from the Lilygo, and this was the previous product. Then the last one from the Lilygo probably is this T-QT C6. So previously I covered this in another tech update videos, but it was just a teaser. It was not showing the working of it, but now it's kind of a complete. Okay, there's kind of a ring, a smart ring, but with a very big T-QT model on it. So it snap fits with the help of the pogo pin. So I think the base is the charger, and yeah, that has some magnets, I think. And okay, so it got turned on, and we can see a couple of options on this. I probably think it's a touch screen, but let's see. Okay. So they didn't touch, so I'm not sure, but I think it will be touchscreen, because other than touchscreen we don't have any other option to interact with this module. But this is a very interesting kind of design, and this still will be a development board, I guess, because there is a Type-C port here, so we can definitely program it. It's based on the C6 chipset, the ESP32 C6 chipset, but a very interesting form factor. Okay, so the same model they use in the T keyboard as well, and now they made the ring kind of structure. But I don't think this will be a comfortable ring or convenient ring, but let's see what happens when it comes in the market. Maybe let's see what kind of application they are marketing for this particular product. Let's see. Then the new update again coming from the Seed Studio part this time. Now we can expect a new XIAO based board. So we all are familiar with the XIAO family, the XIAO ESP32C3, the XIAO ESP32S3 Sense boards. So the XIAO is like the family of very small microcontroller boards, and we can now expect another board, and they say guess the chip which it can be based on. So well, what do you think, which chipset they can use now? Because they already use the RP2040, they already use the ESP32C3, they already use the ESP32S3, they use the STM32 as well, and well, they use the NRF module as well, if I'm not wrong. So what is left? Maybe ESP32C6? What do you think? Well, you can share your thoughts in the live stream. Like, what do you think, which chipset it can be based on? I think it can be C6, and if I go scroll through the options, no one actually guessed it. Oh, one person guessed similar to me, ESP32 C6. So C6 can be the option, I guess. But yeah, let's wait for it. So this is just a teaser teased by the Seed Studio on Twitter. Okay, so those were the new hardware boards announced in the span of the month. Some of them released, some of them were just announced, and now comes another update from our favorite Arduino side. Okay, so they say they have launched the new what you can say Arduino IDE, and what they put the title is your classic Arduino IDE experience now on the cloud. Okay, so the title says everything about their new update. So they are trying to give you the feel, give you the experience of the classic Arduino IDE that we used to use on our computers into the cloud platform as well. So for those who don't know, Arduino do have a cloud version as well, in which we can write the code in the cloud, we can compile in the cloud, we can open the serial monitor in the cloud, we can save the codes in the cloud, we can upload the code from the cloud using a Arduino agent through our computer. So everything can be done in the cloud, but the experience was not the same as that of the classic Arduino IDE. But now they say they are changing everything, they changed the experience, they changed the UI and changed the way everything looks. Okay, so what changes they did is, previously we were having two different kind of Arduino IDE. One is the smaller version in the cloud I'm talking about. One was the smaller version, another was a full screen version. But now they just neglected all this complexity and just made one single Arduino IDE, which looks something like this. Completely minimalistic, no distraction, no extra menus, nothing. And they also improved the serial monitor with the timestamps and everything to give the feel exactly like that the one we use in the classic Arduino. I'm sorry. Then they have the single sketch repository. As I said, there is a single window in which we can get all the options on the left hand side, and we can get all the codes saved in one single window and everything. Okay, so this is kind of the update coming from the Arduino side. So maybe you can give it a try. Or have you ever tried using the cloud version of Arduino IDE to upload the code? Let me know in the chat section. Have you ever used it? If I talk about myself, then I just used it at the time of experiencing this new Arduino IoT cloud platform. I tried uploading a couple of codes. One thing I just found, what we can say, which is not convenient in the cloud, is the compiling time takes compiling time takes a lot of time as compared to my Mac system. In my Mac system, it compiles very fast, but in the cloud side, it takes a bit more time to compile. But maybe share your experience in the chat section. Have you ever used it? If used it, how you find it? So, and if you have never used it, or if you feel like the previous version was not that good, well, you can try out the new Arduino IDE classic type of feeling in the cloud platform. Then the next new update, which is kind of a big update, you can say, for all the Raspberry Pi fans, is the Raspberry Pi modules or compute module 5 is now official. It's not released, but its announcement is now official, and its announcement was made in CES 2025 when Jeff met Eben in CES 2024. And he had a short conversation with Eben, and in that conversation, Eben told that yes, we are working on compute module 5. Its announcement date, its release date is not announced yet, but we can expect maybe in this year. Okay, so what we all know about compute module 5 is its size will be almost similar to that of compute module 4, and we can have those, what you can say, the same kind of connector that we were having in the compute module 4. It is mentioned here. So the assumption being the 55 by 40 millimeter size factor remains the same as compared to that compute module 4, and we can also have the dual connector board design. Okay, of course the features will be better than the Raspberry Pi 4. We can also expect the Raspberry Pi's own semiconductor on their on the compute module 5. So there are a lot of expectation, but nothing is clear. But the only thing is clear is we are soon getting the compute module 5 in the market. So that's a big announcement from Raspberry Pi. And now coming on to the projects part, then again, this time I like only one single project, and that is coming from the Electron Noob side, and it is kind of a similar project which I made a couple of months back, maybe last year or last year, I don't know. But what I try to make is you can control my studio appliances with the help of a YouTube live stream. But Electron Noobs made kind of similar project, but this time you can control the lights and smoke machine and everything with the help of the Twitch. Okay, so on the Twitch he has a channel where he used to stream maybe gaming. I don't know, I had never used Twitch, but in the Twitch you can, maybe if you follow, there will be a different light, maybe you like, comment, I'm not sure pretty much, but you can interact with his studio with the appliances using the Twitch sitting at your home. Okay, so he kind of made it in a very Indian jugaad kind of manner, because what he did is he took an IoT light, okay, an IoT RGB light that works on the smart things. Sorry, yeah. So IoT light which works on the smart things, and what he did is he was taking the signal from that light to Arduino IDE, and in the end he wrote the code. Okay, so this is kind of the whole connection. Let me just explain. Let me just go back. Okay, let me explain here. So this is the smart light working on the smart things application, and the Twitch account or the APIs may be compatible with only the smart things and not with the other Espressif based boards. Okay, so he first configured the smart things based device with the platform, then he was taking the signals from this device to Arduino IDE, and once we get the data in Arduino IDE, we can do anything. We all know we can control the relays, we can control the lights, we can control anything that we want. So that kind of thing he has done here, and in the end he was successfully able to control his like smoke machine and lights and everything. Oh my god, we got an ad. But yeah, he was able to control everything with the help of the Twitch account, so audience can interact their appliances with the Twitch account. So that is one thing which I like at least in this month. Okay, other project I'm not sure. So if you have any other project that you find interesting in this month, well, you can share it. And the last update of the month is from my own channel, and I will definitely recommend you to go through this video because this is really very helpful. This is about a powerful library called as ESP GPIO viewer, in which you can view the real-time state of the GPIO pin of your ESP32 board by just adding 3-4 lines of code into your existing IoT in the existing code. Okay, so this kind of view you can get onto the web browser, of course locally, not over internet, but you can visualize what's the current state of the GPIO pin. Is it high, low, what's the analog value, or what's the PWM value. Everything you can do using this particular GPIO library. Okay, if you are following my channel, you must have seen this. If you're not seeing this, well, I definitely recommend you to go through it and watch it out right now. And those were all the updates from the January 2024. I hope you got to know something new from this video. Well, if is it so, do click the like button right now, and also share this video with all your tech enthusiast groups and friends who should be updated with this kind of things which are coming in the market. Okay, so yeah, how was this live stream? Let me know. Should we do the live stream or should we go with the recorded version? Well, share your thoughts definitely in the comments of the video. That will help me to improve my work better and deliver you the most useful information in the most convenient way possible. And yeah, that being said, I am just ending this video here and now. Just wait for my next video. Until then, explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.